it's based too much on these claims that there are, I don't know, 54 different extraterrestrial species from this, that, and the other star system visiting here, and I don't put a lot of stock in that at all. From my own study of close encounters and of the amount of manipulation involved in testimony by people like George Adamski and George Hunt Williamson, and I don't buy it. And when whoever abducted Betty and Barney Hill tried to suggest to them that they were from Zeta Reticuli, I don't buy that either. So the proof is in the pudding. Like, until and unless we have actual evidence that there are aliens coming here from outside of our solar system, I remain skeptical. I don't see any concrete evidence for that. I see a lot of evidence for human manipulation of the timeline and for exotic uses of genetic engineering to develop various types of hybrid beings for, a number of different purposes.
So Dick Cheney died. The man himself. I can't remember when he died. It was like the 7th or the 8th or whenever.
Yeah.
Early November. And he was really into some shit. He was a fucker.
Epstein?
Cheney. Oh, we're talking about, I mean, maybe. I haven't seen anything.
TBD on that.
I haven't seen them talk about him in relation to Epstein, but you never know.
You never know.
I mean, with the shit he's done, it would not surprise me in the least.
That'd be just another item on the long list of.
Yeah. So I had a couple of these sources. I got them from James Corbett, King James. He's the man. He knows about all this stuff. He's got a website, Corbett Report.
Oh, I like it.
Corbett Report.
I like it.
And he's back on YouTube. He was banned. He's back on YouTube. So check him out. So it's called onlinejournal.com. It's an independent journalist named Margie Burns. It was written in 2009. So like still in the midst of the Iraq War.
Yeah.
Pretty much. At least right after it. So I'm just going to read this first thing.
Lay it on me.
It says, reacting to public outrage over a series of abuses, including domestic surveillance exposed during Watergate, the Nixon impeachment, and the winding down of the Vietnam War in 1975, Congress authorized a special Senate committee chaired by Democrat Frank Church of Idaho to look into abuses of the intelligence agencies, primarily the CIA and FBI. The Church Committee was convened, getting off to a slow start and under steady CIA-friendly media fire from the beginning. Gerald Ford, appointed George H.W. Bush as head of the CIA and Donald Rumsfeld as Secretary of Defense in October 1975. So basically what happened during the Church Committee is they were trying to like grill the CIA on what the fuckery that they had been up to since 1947.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're not doing this. But I mean, they did it, but they were like, they weren't giving the whole story. And part of the reason why is Dick Cheney was like helping to keep all this shit secret. Him, Donald Rumsfeld, and HW.
Okay.
So these guys come up a lot too. Whenever you look up just like any type of weird, I guess, conspiracy stuff. These three guys are like very high up.
Wow. Okay.
So HW he said he wasn't in Dallas when JFK was killed, but there's a picture of him, and it's most likely him. So
one of them was the CIA director. That was HW.
During this time, so he was the CIA director, and Rumsfeld was the Secretary of Defense during this time.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Cheney was what was he? He was
man on the outside. He was their outside man.
He was in the administration, I believe.
I gotcha.
I can't. It's in here somewhere. But so apparently he was the hold on a sec. He was like chief of staff or something.
Okay.
But he basically was the youngest and the oldest of whatever he was. I can't even... Because he was...
White House Chief of Staff.
Okay, yeah. So he was chief of staff during this time.
Okay.
And then he was also chief of staff later. Because he was vice president in the early 2000s with Bush. And then, so I think he was chief of staff with Nixon.
Okay.
And then he's chief of staff here.
Yeah.
He was like young. I read something about he was the youngest and oldest. That might be completely wrong.
That's insane.
But,
that's like a 30-year split, right?
Yeah,
Between those two times.
Yeah, he's like the textbook definition of deep state. It's him and Rumsfeld and HW.
Always present, always watching.
Also, fun fact: they called Donald Rumsfeld Rummy. That was his nickname.
That's cute.
Have you seen the Vice? It's called Vice. It's like a movie about him.
I haven't.
Christian Bale plays him. He gained like a ton of weight to play him.
Hell yeah.
So good. But I feel like one of the best portrayals of Dick Cheney was in the did you see that W movie? It's just called W. It's about George Bush.
Sounds awesome.
So I can't remember who played him in that movie, but it was crazy. Like, he is straight up evil.
George W. is?
No.
Cheney.
Yeah,
Cheney.
in the movie. In just the movie.
Nowhere else.
Not like IRL.
I remember everybody said that he was like the puppeteer. He was the pulling the strings.
Definitely.
Making decisions.
It was a Cheney presidency, I believe. And I think the W movie shows it very well. Because he's like, there's this scene where they're in this bunker, planning out the invasion of Iraq. And he is just like doing this presentation. And he's like locked in. It's crazy. Highly recommend that movie.
Hell yeah.
Both those movies. So yeah, he was keeping all this information secret from the Senate.
Yeah.
From the public. And it was, they were trying to, at least this is what the article states. It says the mission of the three men was to protect the Ford presidency and some elements in the CIA from the Church Committee.
Okay.
So, yeah, very just, textbook deep state.
They're muddying the waters. They're covering their tracks. Yeah.
And it's funny you should say that because during the hearings, she says some particularly flashy and sensational material on the larger issues was shared with the committee, garnering headlines. Elements of the Castro assassination plots, like those exploding cigars to be given to Fidel, for example, were divulged by the CIA to Church and were exposed with much fanfare. So that is just straight up sounds like they're just giving little sprinkles of shit to distract from the bigger implications that they did not want to get out. It was like a sacrificial lamb. They were like, okay, we don't want all the really fucked up shit to get out about the CIA. Let's just give them like, oh yeah, we thought about giving Fidel Castro exploding cigars one time. And they'll be like, oh, what?
Whoa, exploding cigars. That's the only thing anybody will hear.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're good at doing that.
I remember, do you remember when that guy blew up his Tesla in front of Trump Tower? They said the same thing because he was like, he had some diary where he was trying to expose these war crimes that the U.S. did. Mm-hmm. And then he was also talking about how there's like anti-gravitic propulsion and devices. And I don't know, somebody wrote like a research paper on how this is a pattern that they use where people only remember the most sensational things and like forget about the war crimes because it's aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, and they also, they'll either throw out little tidbits of stuff like this, or they'll also just throw in misinformation with truth. So then the misinformation makes everything look like misinformation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I think they've done with the JFK assassination quite a bit.
That sounds about right.
And so also, Rumsfeld and Cheney were, so during the 80s, they would just vanish. Like, they would just, no one could find them. It says at least once. So, okay, this is a different article. It's by James Mann. It was in the Atlantic in 2004. So, like, peak Iraq war. So he says that at least once a year during the 1980s, Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld vanished. Cheney was working diligently on Capitol Hill as a congressman rising through the ranks of the Republican leadership. Rumsfeld, who had served as Gerald Ford's Secretary of Defense, was a hard-driving business executive in the Chicago area, where as the head of J.D. Scarl & Co., he dedicated time and energy to the success of such commercial products as NutraSweet, Equal, and Metamucil. He was trying to get guys to dump. Trying to help dudes dump.
Dude, it's the fart fetish.
That's the
it's
one.
Back.
Yeah. Rummy had a fart fetish.
Yeah.
One good thing he did is to help dudes dump. But so they would leave just this like Washington phone number, just this random mysterious phone number in case someone really needed them. But they would just they're like, apparently Cheney's wife didn't even know where he was. Like, he would just dip out.
He's just gone. That poof.
And it was because they were doing this like exercise in case there's an apocalypse, in case there's like a nuclear war.
Whoa.
And it has something to do with something called continuity of government, where like after, say there's a nuclear war with the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Like, they're planning for who is going to run the government, basically.
Yeah.
Which, basically, in terms of these guys, they're just trying to take control of the government.
Yeah.
They're basically setting up a whole different chain of command. So instead of like, because if the president dies and the vice president becomes president, if he dies and it's like the secretary of, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, secretary of defense, or there's like a line. God, what is it? The something to do with agriculture. What's the
Department of Agriculture?
Agriculture. Yeah. Like that guy.
Yeah.
He's in the line.
Whoa.
And he's not that far down, which is really funny. He's not the lowest. But basically they're like, fuck that. If we get in a nuclear war and everything just gets obliterated, we're gonna have our own type of, basically our own government. We're just gonna restart. That's what it sounds like to me.
Wow.
And they would get into lead-lined vehicles with the radar equipment and like communications equipment, and just go to, I guess, different locations. Like, they would go to remote locations and like underground bunkers. Jeez. And just like do this exercise.
Imagine there's nukes and everything is war torn. They just like, I wonder what that exercise looked like. Like, are they like just envisioning nuclear war torn America and like, what are we gonna do? It kind of sounds like a fun role playing game.
It does sound fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun LARP.
Yeah,
it would be fun to be like just one of the soldiers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just imagine yourself as like you're in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Nothing left. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So he did all that, and then so there's this interview with a journalist. His name's Seymour Hersh. He's apparently like a really respected big journalist, and he was talking about, there was a meeting that Dick Cheney called.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else was in this meeting. I'm guessing like a lot of higher ups in the military and White House staff and stuff. And so basically he was trying to figure out how to create a war.
Oh, classic. Another CIA move.
Yeah, so I can't remember if it was his idea, but this idea came up, and it was to build boats that looked like Iranian PT boats, and then they would sail, or they would have them go out and cross paths with American ships, and they would get into a gun battle, and then they would blame it on Iran so they could, I guess, invade Iran, attack Iran.
Yeah.
And like, there's literally a false flag. Like, that is the definition of a false flag.
Man.
And he wanted to do that.
That sounds super familiar. I feel like something similar happened recently. Like there was some Iranian ship over the past week. I don't know. I'll need to look into that. But yeah, it sounds like there's potential for a similar story to be happening right about now.
Yeah, and so apparently the New Yorker, like just the news magazine, apparently they knew about this meeting, but they didn't publish it because these plans weren't accepted. Like they didn't follow through with those plans.
Okay.
So they were like, why we even?
We don't need to talk about that.
So it's like
that's not important anymore.
You know, it all lines up. Like, you know, the Mockingbird, CIA, Operation Mockingbird. You know, take control of the media.
Okay.
They obviously had control of the media.
Yeah.
Cheney is in deep with the CIA. You know, he has ties to HW. He you know, they're locked in with all this, and I mean, and eventually it leads up to.
Oh yeah, wait. What year did you say it was that this meeting happened?
I didn't say. I was trying to find it. I'm guessing like mid 2000s.
Okay, pre-Iraq or.
I think it sounded like it was after, or like. Yeah, like Iraq, like the invasion had started.
Yeah.
Because I was like, is this pre 9/11?
Yeah.
Is this post 9/11? But I'm gonna say probably like mid 2000s.
Cheney saw 9/11 and he was like, "Why didn't I think of that?"
Well, I mean, that's another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he at least in my opinion, he basically did 9/11.
Whoa.
Or he helped to do it. I think it wasn't just him. There's multiple.
Nice. Okay.
But there's like, so basically he, you know, some people say that he had like this operations base in Tower 7. And because there was like a whole floor dedicated to the CIA in Tower 7.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And after the 2 towers fell, Tower 7 eventually fell later at like 5 p.m. that day.
Yeah.
And so makes you think, like, were they trying to cover up what they just did?
Oh, that makes sense.
Basically, it's like some will say that he oversaw the attacks on 9/11 from Tower 7. Or at least he had people overseeing it. Maybe not him like directly. But
he needed a good vantage point. He needed it.
Because he wasn't, I mean, obviously he wasn't in Tower 7 himself because he was, you know, with his staff and everything. But he disappeared for 45 minutes during the attacks on 9/11. No one could find him. He likes this. He's a magician. He's like fucking Houdini.
Dude.
An escape artist. He just disappears.
That's amazing.
The old Irish exit.
Yeah.
And so he just disappeared. No one knew where he was at.
Yeah.
This is a vice president. And America is being attacked. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit about Dick Cheney. There's so much. I couldn't put everything in here because it's like
the rabbit hole's deep.
If you keep going, you get into 9/11, and then you got to go through 9/11. That's just like so much stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything?
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. So he was in the White, or the kind of directing people in the White House. He had like a high position there. It just seems like a weird trajectory. It didn't seem like, I don't know, the other guy's CIA, the other guy's was it DOD or Secretary of Defense?
Rumsfeld?
Yeah.
He was Secretary of Defense.
And then Dick Cheney's kind of like, I guess just more on the political side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Wow. What a gang. Do they have pictures together?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they definitely do. Well, so Cheney he like served under Rumsfeld during Nixon, because Rumsfeld was already in the administration. He was a younger guy. Cheney was a younger guy. I guess Rumsfeld was kind of his mentor, I feel like.
That makes sense.
At least in the movie, that's kind of what it seems like. in the Vice movie. But yeah, they were just fucking around for like what 40 years.
Yeah, dude,
30, 40
that's a long
years.
time. So yeah, HW is dead, right?
Yeah.
And then is Rumsfeld?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all dead.
I didn't even realize, like, I had to look this up. He died in like 2021.
Oh, damn.
But I didn't even know he died. Or I didn't, yeah.
So do you have thoughts about who might have gotten the handoff? You know?
Of
who's taking the reins after those three guys?
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't have a clue.
Maybe they've gotten better about not letting people know.
Yeah, it's probably even more behind the scenes. It's like, the Epsteins and the bankers and the Peter Thiels.
That makes sense.
They're kind of, Peter Thiel is kind of in the spotlight, but
yeah, people with money more so than like positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dick Cheney did have money because he was CEO of this company called Halliburton, and they were like oil. They dealt with oil and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently, they built like Burger Kings in the Middle East, like on the U.S. military bases. Like they were contracted to build those, but you can see how it's a pretty big conflict of interest.
Oh yeah.
Dick Cheney, he resigned from Halliburton in 2000.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, he resigned, but obviously we can infer that he was still making bucks. He wasn't, the face of it.
He's got some stocks.
He resigns in 2000. 9/11 happens a year later.
Yeah.
We're in Afghanistan like a month later after 9/11.
Yeah.
2 months later in December. With just special forces. But then the invasion happens in 2003.
Yeah.
Halliburton's making bank.
They built so many Burger Kings.
Yeah. Yeah. So crazy guy, and he didn't have a real heart. He had a pacemaker.
What?
And so people make jokes about how he had like a cold, like a joke of like he didn't have a heart.
A limp. Yeah. It's just pumping for him. He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
It was probably getting in the way anyway.
I think he actually had like an organ transplant, and then he got a pacemaker maybe. Because I remember someone talking about how he had someone's heart. I was like, damn, that would suck.
Yeah.
Like, you take this old man, this demon, got a heart instead of like a 10-year-old child that needed it.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, a 10-year-old's heart. That's what he needs.
Can you even do that? Can you get like a child's heart?
I don't know how that works. Yeah, I don't know. I want a young person's heart.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I have a little tiny heart.
He just got like a few different ones.
Yeah. They're just kind of, once one goes out, they just kind of move it.
Yeah.
Another one in.
It like comes out of his back somehow.
Yeah.
Like replacing a battery.
It's like a splinter. It eventually makes it out.
Yeah.
It festers out.
Yes. It's a giant boil. Gently pumping still.
Yeah. So I guess the 9/11 talk was a segue into the book I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
It's called Closer Encounters by Jason Giorgiani, and it's a wild book.
Hell yeah.
It is like, shit, where did my water go? I think I left it in my car. Fuck.
Oh, that's some water.
I'm good. So, I've listened to him talk about stuff, and he just, it's like, I remember listening to like an interview with him, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is blowing my mind. I don't know if I believe all of it, but it's interesting and it's crazy. But then I read his book, And it's like even more insane. But so basically, he talks about 9/11 too, but he says it's like a Nazi deep state. And I know that makes like zero sense, just that out of context.
Yeah.
But if you read like some of like what he's saying and you get the context, it makes sense, at least from what he's saying.
Yeah.
So basically he starts with, we've been researching 0 point energy since the 1890s.
Oh, jeez.
Do you know what 0 point energy is?
That's just like energy that it's just like it makes enough that, you know, it's so much that we'll never have to use oil or like solar.
Yeah, and it basically pulls energy out of the ether, if you want to call it that. Like it's, you know, I guess they use the word quantum, but
yeah,
it's pulling energy out, and apparently it also means like that it's pulling more energy out of the ether than it's using.
Okay, that makes sense.
To do this, so it's technically unlimited energy.
Okay.
From what he was saying. And apparently he says they've been doing this since the 1890s. And there's this, he calls it an Anglo-Saxon breakaway civilization. So I'm thinking like royals.
Yeah.
And like old English.
Yeah.
Old European, which is kind of what it is. And he says like this started in the 1860s, this breakaway civilization.
Yeah.
But then in the 1890s, they started doing, you know, this 0 point energy stuff. And Rockefeller, he was a part of it.
Yeah.
He was an oil tycoon. John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, steel industry, Edward Harriman, railroad executive, and J.P. Morgan. He was a banker. So big names.
Yeah.
And they're all, from what he's saying, they're all kind of in this group that's trying to create this breakaway civilization.
Okay. It's not like they're already a group of people that live somewhere and these people are from that. He's saying they're trying to create one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so their method of creating this is eugenics. They love eugenics.
Yeah.
They wanted to create like a pure Nordic society, or like a pure Nordic master race. So they killed retarded people, every type of brown person, Jews, and even white people. Like
I believe
alcoholics, mentally ill, and epileptics.
Jesus, dude.
Just fucking everyone
Just
up.
indiscriminate.
Yeah.
Well, they're discriminating.
And it's funny because Hitler actually got the idea for like cleansing, you know, his like master, or it was his final solution. He got it from America, from the American eugenics program.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was in like the 30s.
Okay.
Because this, I mean, he talks about the 1930s as like a big like eugenics push, I guess. I'm assuming they've been doing it since the 1890s, but
yeah.
I remember him saying like the 30s they were doing a eugenics, like the U.S. was doing eugenics, and Hitler was like, "Yo, this is sick.
We need to get in on that."
Yeah,
it's an interesting time because I feel like we were getting a bunch of immigrants at some point around there.
Yeah, 1890s was the Italians. They were coming in.
Yeah, Irish people probably are coming.
Yeah,
in the early 1900s, I think.
Yeah. So
they got sick of that. They were like, "All right, enough is enough."
Yeah, I wonder what they thought about Italians and Irish. I wonder if they were like, were they considered?
Oh yeah, white enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the American Eugenics Society? What? I didn't know about that.
I don't know if that's what it.
Yeah, I can't remember. That might have been the wrong name.
It sounds right though, but it's just this program, or a series of programs maybe, that they were just trying to get rid of basically what they thought of as like the dregs of society.
Ah, okay. Were they? I'm guessing this is like private. This isn't attached to the government.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I do not know. I want to say it was the government.
Yeah.
But I do not know.
Interesting. That's cool. I'll have to find out some more info about that. That's nuts.
Yeah, and Margaret Sanger, she's around this time. Planned Parenthood.
Oh yeah.
She was doing shit around this time. Yeah, and he also says that this breakaway civilization was basically created and funded the Nazis and the Third Reich, and they used. Basically, he's saying they used the Nazis to. I think that's what he's saying. Is like they kind of used the Nazis because they created, they funded them, and they made. So there's this thing called Die Glocke, and it's a bell-shaped craft.
Yeah.
And supposedly the Nazis made this. And it was powered by thorium and mercury, and it was like a time machine.
Whoa!
And
okay.
So there is a UFO crash in 1965 in Kecksburg, Ohio or Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I think it was Ohio, and it was people like witnesses saw it and it looked like this. So there's a theory that like when they were testing it or using it time traveled from the 40s to 1965. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. So
whoa.
Landed in Ohio. So basically he says that So he says that the Nazis lost, and it's really no skin off the nose of this, this breakaway civilization, because they're like, okay, they lost. We're just going to infiltrate the U.S. We're going to infiltrate the victors, so we can destroy Soviet communism.
Yeah. Nazis were kind of a pawn. They were like, okay, we can work around that.
Yeah, and I kind of don't understand why this group wanted to like they really wanted to obliterate communism, and I don't understand why that was such a big objective. If they're like time traveling and like, do you really care about I don't know, it's just I guess it kind of goes back to their belief system, because they did fund the Nazis and like create them, so they were they were Nazis, I guess, in a way, or at least fascists. That's what he says. But
they're like the idea of everybody being treated equally or like getting the same amount is kind of counter to let's kill all of everybody that isn't white.
Yeah, and so basically the Nazis lose. And then the OSS, which is like the US's, it's basically like the precursor to the CIA.
Yeah. And
the OSS kind of absorbs the German intelligence agency. It's called the Geinlein Agency. And so they absorb all these Nazis. And, they start butt fucking communists, basically, or going after communists.
Yeah.
And, CIA was created in 1947, so they start doing this in 47.
I'm with you.
And eventually, the Soviet Union is destroyed. It collapses.
Yeah. And
they collapses in 91. And so Giorgiani says that once they've defeated the Soviets, they are like, okay, now we want to collapse the U.S. because the U.S. was just a pawn. Everybody's just a pawn.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
using the U.S. to destroy the Soviet Union, and that kind of goes with like Operation Paperclip.
What's that?
We took a bunch of Nazis from Germany and used them in our space.
Okay.
Space program, like Werner von Braun, the guy who created the Saturn V
Okay.
rocket.
Yeah.
He apparently was like working at a he was working on the V2 rockets, and they would use prisoners from the concentration camps, and apparently they would hang like the slowest
Jesus,
prisoners.
dude.
And some say that he like ordered that, and I guess you could make the point that he didn't really have a choice. I don't really know. I haven't looked into it, so I don't know if he was like unusually cruel.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, he was enslaving people to make rockets. So I mean, that's
Calling a spade
yeah,
there.
it's
I
not
mean, it
unusually
is
cruel.
what
It's
it
just
is.
cruel. But yeah, it's like you don't really know. Like, you know, did he like it?
Yeah.
Or what did he like? Because they didn't really have a choice. I guess he could have tried to leave, but
Yeah.
I don't want to like, you know, make it seem like he was a good guy.
Oh,
Like, he
yeah,
was
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but apparently that happened. So, oh shit, lost my place.
We went to 1991. We defeated
Yes.
the Soviets. Yeah.
So basically he says he says that they traveled, so they time traveled. He says this breakaway civilization eventually time traveled in either the late 20th century or the early 21st century, and he says they traveled back to Mars like around 250 million years ago. And I haven't finished the book, so I don't know if he's going to answer this, or maybe I just missed it, but I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Why are they traveling back in time to Mars? I mean, why? I don't understand, because it seems like they've defeated all their enemies.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
it
guess
seems like they won.
US hasn't collapsed yet,
Yeah.
but they tried to, you know, he says that 9/11 was them.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand why, you know, why they would start the collapse of the U.S. and then just bail.
Unless, like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of that ties into time travel is if there's some resource they need. Like, it was about collapsing the U.S., but maybe they needed something, you know, maybe they wanted to be in Afghanistan for something, or Iraq. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense, though. You're right.
Yeah, so they go back 250 million years, and eventually they end up having a nuclear war, and they just like destroy Mars.
Oh, shit.
And there's like, I think it's called Xenon 129, and there's another isotope or element or whatever
Yeah.
that they found on Mars that can only be found at nuclear blast sites. Like,
Whoa.
We've tested nuclear blast sites here,
Yeah.
and we found these same isotopes that are on Mars in the same, I guess the same form. Like,
Yeah.
it's like identical.
Yeah.
And apparently it doesn't occur in nature, I think. So basically saying there's a nuclear war, and they had to hide out in, I guess the survivors, they hid out in a crater in this like city, I guess, in a crater. And I mean, he was talking about, this is not very relevant, but there's a pyramid type structure on the like lip of the crater,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cool. And
Yeah.
it, like, casts a shadow.
Oh, that's cool. Like
I
a
guess.
sundial.
Yeah, I think it casts it on the city. I don't know if he specified that or not, but
That's pretty sick.
but then so I really it started to not make sense.
Yeah.
Around this time. But so he says that they sent out scout ships and they went to Earth, and they found that there was vegetation and stuff, but there's a lot of storms and volcanic eruptions and natural disasters and stuff.
Yeah.
And he says that they made the moon as like a ship to go to Earth, and then it also like stabilized the Earth.
Yeah.
With the tides.
Interesting. It's the original Death Star.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it seems like from what he's saying, it seems like they didn't know how, it seems like they didn't study Earth at all.
Yeah.
And you would think this time traveling civilization.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be studying at least all the planets in the solar system?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, we do that, and we can get kind of a decent, picture of what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't do that at all?
They weren't prepped for that. They weren't ready for the...
They had to send out a scout ship to go to the planet
yeah.
and look.
That doesn't quite add up.
So, yeah, I'm just like, I don't understand that at all.
So they go back in time. They have a nuclear war, and they're kind of hiding out on Mars, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And then are they like they rebuild society and then send scout ships out? Or are they like they've already advanced enough that they got a little junker scout ship they can do?
So I guess they had the war, and then they were survivors, and they were just kind of. I don't think they rebuilt civilization. Well, because basically they had to leave Mars because it was a dying world.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if he says it was like a city in a crater. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if it was there already or they made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it just doesn't.
Okay, they're like, we got to get out of here. We need a new world.
Yeah.
And then they're scouting Earth, and they're like, it's volatile.
Yeah. And you would think they just had a nuclear war.
Yeah.
So how did they build the moon? Unless they already had it built.
Yeah.
Because the moon is not small. I mean, it's small compared to the Earth, but it's like if you're building something. Like that,
yeah.
And
maybe you could pitch that they had done it before the war. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, apparently the moon rang when Apollo, I think it was Apollo 12, they, something hit it. I don't know if it was like the lander hit it and it rung, and then like one of the later Apollo missions, one of the rocket boosters hit it, I think he said.
Yeah.
Which I feel like all of those fall to Earth. I don't think they make it out of orbit.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. He said something hit it.
Yeah.
And it rang again for like 3 hours. So that means like, it sounds like it's hollow.
Yeah.
And the craters are only, like they're really wide, but they're only like 3, 4, 5 miles deep. And he said if rocks are hitting it a lot, if like rocks are hitting it, then it would be deeper than that. If like asteroids are hitting it and stuff.
Okay.
Compared to the side, like the wideness.
Yeah.
I guess. Because if it's really wide, then that means the rock was big.
Yeah.
But he said if that big of a rock hit the moon, it would make a deeper crater.
Yeah.
So he's saying like these are it's artificial.
Yeah.
And
it's decoration. They're decorative.
Yeah. Basically says the outside is like a shock absorber. And the rocks will hit it and kind of punch through, but then they'll hit the like inside and not do anything.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm with that. Maybe having it like, I want to say corrugated. That's probably not the right word. Like texture, like bumps on the top. Like when you, I don't know. You know, when those soundproof pads, they got waves.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same. Like
same concept.
Yeah, absorbing impact.
Yeah.
So they did come to Earth, I guess. Is it like they went back in time and they're like still here?
So, yeah. And he's talking about like a closed loop. I guess, to where they went back in time and like created themselves almost. It's like that, one of those paradoxes, I guess.
Okay.
And he was talking about also how they bought, like the Nazis had bought land in Argentina to like tons of land to like to rebuild the Reich, I guess, to restart, like build the Fourth Reich after the war,
the Fifth Reich.
And it ties in with so he says that Antarctica was Atlantis. And this is like, these people come from Atlantis.
Yeah.
And
I feel
he says that like millions of years ago, Antarctica was where Argentina is now because of the crust. It's called like crust displacement theory.
Yeah.
To where the continents or the crust will get so heavy that it starts to slip down the earth.
Yeah.
And they move into different regions. So Antarctica was actually the climate of Argentina millions of years ago.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why it's significant. I guess that's why Argentina is significant, but that doesn't make any sense because Antarctica is there, like, not Holy Land, but like their ancestors' land.
Yeah.
So why would Argentina? I don't know. I don't know if he was making the connection between Argentina and Antarctica like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I oscillate between this is sweet and like what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because this, like, some of it is not making any sense to me.
Yeah. It's an interesting idea for sure. I wonder, like, I assumed that when they went to Mars that they would, I don't know, are they like also kind of immortal? Is that kind of what's happening, or is it like their progeny?
I think they live longer. I don't know if they're immortal because I guess they were they were making like trying to make the perfect people.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing they live longer than us.
Are these the aliens that are like just big Nordic people?
Yeah.
Is that who this is?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Those.
Okay. The tall whites or something. Yeah.
He's basically saying those are just like this breakaway human civilization from 250 million years ago.
Okay, I feel like I've seen some stuff about tall whites, or like some Reddit post on the alien subreddit about the tall whites being in Antarctica and like being in a cave there, and then finding one of the eggs in there.
Yeah.
They
have eggs.
They
lay eggs.
The egg that was the big reveal about the aliens.
Oh, the craft.
Yeah, the egg craft.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be funny if they laid eggs.
A giant egg.
German egg.
Yes.
But I mean, he's basically saying like these are just like Germans, I guess, or like
Nazis.
Basically Nazis, because there's been accounts of people that have encountered these Nordics and they're speaking German.
Oh.
He says High German. I don't know the difference, but
yeah,
he says they're speaking German, and
now we need to know if any of the three people we started talking about spoke German.
Yeah.
It's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you feel like the one thing I don't understand about time stuff is like if you're going back in time, are you creating a different universe at that point?
So he says that like he doesn't believe that there's like paradoxes, I guess, because whenever he says that when you go backwards or forwards in time, you're not going to the same time stream. You're going to a different what was the word? Timeline?
Yeah.
So if you're going into the past, you're not going into your past. You're not going into your exact past.
Yeah.
It's another timeline that branches off.
Yeah.
So then there's no paradox because you're in a different timeline.
Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, in that timeline, the Earth, 215 million years later, won't have a plane crash into the Twin Towers because, or
I guess like
maybe like it's a tweak. It's not okay.
I guess just like in terms of the time stream, it's not like messing with anything.
Okay,
it's just different in terms of like you have this timeline here and then you have this timeline next to it, and they're maybe like almost exactly the same, but they are different in terms of just the actual timeline. Which that makes I'm listening back to what I just said in my head, and that makes zero sense. But.
I mean, well, I feel like, so does that mean time travel is really like a portal into a new dimension or a new multiverse universe?
I mean, maybe when you go back in time, you're just going to a different timeline, and then you're in the present, so the future hasn't happened in that timeline yet.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to mess with, like it hasn't, like you're in the present, so whatever you do is just normal.
Yeah.
Technically, but I don't know. I guess you'd have to believe in linear time for that.
Yeah.
Most people, like a lot of people say now that time is like everything's happening all at once, or there's like non-linear time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just a dude. I'm just a cool ass dude just reading a book.
Yeah.
What do I know?
I'm just here to learn. I'm just here to share with the people.
Yeah.
What, yeah, I guess. Has he met a tall white?
I don't think so. He said he's had some paranormal stuff happen. I can't remember what he said though. He said he's encountered stuff though.
Okay. Man, I'm still trying to piece together. So like they went back in time. They created a new civilization that are now the tall whites. So at this point in time, the tall whites are just out doing whatever it is they do. They don't care about Earth. They are just like an offshoot that just, it's a whole different thing now. They're like not Nazis. I mean, they're Nazis, but it's not like they don't care what happens to Earth. They don't care if if communism propagates, I guess, like it doesn't matter to them.
I think that's right. I think, but they do. So they do. According to him, they abduct people and they do the cattle mutilations, and sometimes they mutilate people. I don't know what that's about. I can't, I'm trying to remember what he said about that. I don't know if he answered that yet.
Yeah.
Why? But I think they do have, according to him, they do have some type of interest in us. But they're they're us technically, but just more evolved.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. So, what's this guy's background? The guy that wrote the book.
He was he's a philosopher. I think that's kind of what he calls himself. But I think he taught philosophy.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember a lot. He's Iranian, and he was talking about he wanted to overthrow the Iranian government, and he was talking about how Mossad approached him, and he was like, I didn't help them, I didn't take any of their money. He said shekels. This is funny. He was like, I didn't take a single shekel from Mossad, but it
says he was former New Jersey Institute of Technology lecturer. Doesn't really say what role, but Technology Institute. Former editor-in-chief of European New Right Publishing Company, and co-founder of Alt-Right Corporation with Richard Spencer.
Yeah, so he he started like the alt-right apparently, but then he was like, I don't like, he kind of distanced himself, I think.
Yeah.
But because he doesn't seem like he's like, so Richard Spencer is a white nationalist, and he doesn't seem like a white nationalist, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure he distanced himself, but he was trying to create like a new right, like a new right wing, I think.
Yeah. Fueled by knowledge of this alien subrace.
Yeah.
Race. It says he's Northern European heritage, specifically Irish and Scandinavian. Scandinavia. Sounds like, white people.
Mm-hmm. Really white.
Really
Ultra
white. Yeah, the right kind of white. Man, I'm just like, what is your path to writing this book?
Yeah, that's a really good question. He said he's had paranormal encounters, so I'm guessing that might have helped a little bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He was talking about like the Vril Society, like the Thule Society, and these are like pretty much Nazi secret societies, and they were trying to get him to join, I think. But I do remember him talking about how he was Iranian, like his grandma was Iranian, and he was like, he felt like attached to the Iranian identity, I guess, or something, and he wanted to help the Iranian people, so he wanted to overthrow the government.
I'm reading something about he got suspended from his teaching position because somebody was filming him while he was predicting a future where concentration camps would return to Europe and Adolf Hitler would appear on European currency in 2050. He said, he's back, baby.
That's such a funny way to get fired. It's like, why were you fired? It's like, well,
don't read the headline. Let me tell you let's get into the details on that one. Let's see. Two talked about a future in which Europe embraces fascism. It's going to end with the expulsion of the majority of migrants, including citizens, who are of Muslim descent generally, Giorgiani said. Okay.
I mean, he doesn't seem far off
that.
To what's... Because, the immigrant stuff is coming to a head in Europe, and people are not happy. Yeah. So, I mean, does it say when he said that?
That was 2017.
It's a decent prediction.
Yeah, he's onto something. I mean, he's right. Probably in 2017 that stuff was happening too. But
I mean, I think is it Germany, Italy, and one other big European country. They're all like right wing. The leaders are all right wing.
Why do I want to say Germany? It's kind of, or there's like some right wing movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Italy has that. The lady, she's right wing.
Japan just elected a female.
Oh, I think that was it. That's not Europe though. But yeah, I think that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And they're all like, I feel like they're all women too.
Rise up.
Just hot right wing women.
Who? Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah. I need a conservative Japanese trad wife.
Oh, dude, then you'll be cooking. That's the dream.
That's
the dream. I feel like you do well in Japan.
Yeah.
I saw this video of this is way off topic, but it was this dude and his friend in Japan. It's that small brained American. He has a YouTube channel where he just like goes to different countries and mostly is just like getting fucked up with the locals. And they were in Japan and just like calling each other gay and retards, and then they were calling other Japanese people gay retards. That was pretty much what he was doing in bars for like a night or two.
Hell yeah.
Seemed fun.
Was it a video you saw?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen his videos before.
I enjoy them.
How do the Japanese feel about slurs?
Oh, I bet they love it. They seem to definitely be categorizing people by.
I mean, I'm sure they like to call people slurs.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how they would take it if they were called a slur.
Dude, they'll get insulted by anything. Maybe they're just constantly. Actually, maybe they're like immune to it because they say it all the time. Maybe they don't give a shit at all.
Yeah, I wonder if they have like specific slurs in Japanese that you can't really translate.
Yes. You wouldn't understand. Giorgiani had met Richard Spencer at a National Policy Institute conference, at which both of them spoke. At the conference, attendees gave Nazi salutes as Spencer led the crowd in shouting, "Hail Trump!" Giorgiani subsequently claimed that he did not intend to speak at the conference and that he rejected the white nationalist ideology Spencer began integrating into their organization.
Yeah, Richard Spencer was the guy that did Charlottesville. That was like the head of that, I think. And I think that's when Giorgiani kind of started to split off.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, though.
Said in January 2017, when he got suspended, he co-founded the company, and then less than a year later, he split.
Mm.
Stated that he wanted to commit to the Iranian Renaissance organization. Giorgiani ultimately took a negative view of the alt-right corporation, referring to it as a miscarriage and total failure. Crazy, dude. I still don't understand how he's getting, like, where he got to aliens, because it talks a lot about philosophy. He got a PhD in philosophy, and it did say he was doing something with science. Born and raised in Manhattan.
He talks about that Thule Society and the Vril Society a lot.
Yeah.
I think he, like, when he was researching that, he might have gotten into, like, the Nazi bell.
Okay.
Like the Die Glocke, and eventually...
It's like historical research kind of got him there.
Yeah, you hit that, go down the rabbit hole after that, and you end up with time traveling Nazis on Mars.
Dude, I just like... I feel like to get all the way to that view, it just seems like I would need a tutor, you know?
Yeah.
Like I would need some assistance. Like
yeah.
I couldn't just freestyle that, you know?
Yeah. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm reading it and I'm just trying to retain everything.
Yeah.
And it's actually, so it seems like he repeats stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would read something, I'd be like, I feel like I just read that. But now I was like, oh, he's just repeating what he said. And I'm like, damn, I don't know if that's like good writing. But then I was like, this is actually very helpful.
Yeah.
Because he's like reiterating everything. And I'm like, okay, now I can like, okay, I know it helps ground you.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but it's good. Like I like that he did that because it helps to like, because he'll say something and then just go through a bunch of history and you're like, what the fuck? And then he'll be like, so blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and he kind
yeah.
of reiterates. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I know where I'm at in this timeline.
That's a good way to do it if you're trying to explain something really complicated.
Yeah.
On the Wikipedia article about him, it says that he claimed COVID-19 was created as a bioweapon at the Wuhan virology lab in China.
Hell yeah. He had this one line that I thought was really funny. He said, he's talking about like the Pentagon, disclosure of the UFOs.
Yeah.
Somewhat disclosure recently within the past like 6 years, or I guess since 2017. But he's like, God, this is a long sentence. He says, these observations could be the result of, I don't want to start there.
Yeah.
He basically just says, how stupid does the U.S. government take you to be? Abysmally stupid. Retarded, in fact. Like, he's not wrong.
That's awesome. I mean, he's not wrong. Is it that people are retarded or that they don't care?
Okay. I've been actually thinking about that.
Yeah.
And I had something because he says that they think you're retarded. And I thought that, but I was thinking about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it seems like they don't it seems like they actually don't think people are retarded. They know that people will catch on to stuff that they do.
Yeah.
And that's why they constantly pump us full of propaganda.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about, like, if they thought we were retarded, they just wouldn't try to convince us of anything. But they constantly have to try to convince us, like, oh, there's no UFOs. Okay, the UFOs are they're real, but they're the government. And they're like, oh, we know there's UFOs, but we don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Or 9/11 was 19 hijackers, and nothing to see here, or whatever. And so I actually don't think they think we're retarded. I think they're scared of us.
I think that too. They definitely try and confuse you. They throw so much garbage at you that you just don't know. You can't sift through it.
Yeah.
Like, no one person can.
Yeah.
So you're just left like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, dog.
I mean, it just fucks your head up because you get indoctrinated, and you just, like, if someone says anything outside of that worldview, you're like,
yeah,
what? No, never. The government would never do that.
Yeah.
It's like, are you sure?
Yeah. Come on now.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Because they don't teach, like, I never knew about all the shit the CIA was doing when I was younger.
Nah.
And so, I mean, when someone goes through life, they don't know anything about all this shit that's happened. And someone's like, oh, the CIA, is doing this. And they're just like, that could never happen ever. Why would the government want to harm us?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, dude. just read anything from the 1950s about the CIA.
It's a crazy game they're playing.
Yeah.
They're big braining it.
Yeah.
They're at the chessboard.
Yeah. It's definitely a chessboard.
I should read. I'd be down to read a book about some CIA. Well, I want like a starter kit, like a CIA starter kit, like book, or like maybe an overview, and then maybe a couple books of CIA people that are like that tell interesting stories about specific things, or have talked like tell a little bit about the history and what's happened.
Mm-hmm. So there's a book I was reading, haven't finished it. It was about the like basically the history of the CIA from the start of it.
That's pretty cool.
And it was lots of good information. Well, I'll find it later. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But I have it up. But yeah, there's a lot of books. It's kind of hard to sift through because I'm like, I want to try to find good books about it, because you can just find whatever. Like, there's a million books.
Yeah.
And it could be just complete dog shit, like propaganda.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, like, I'm always trying to find, like, read about the book before I read it a little bit, so I know, like, what kind of perspective are they coming from?
Yeah.
Because if they're saying, like, oh, the CIA was, like, good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to waste my time on that.
Yeah. You'd almost have to wonder, like, where you... Yeah, if somebody was, like, really being honest about it, where would that book even be? Yeah. You have to torrent that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe they, like, just have to change some of the details. Or maybe it's just so long ago that they don't even care.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's just so many books coming out. Like, they just can't
shut them all down.
And I guess if they try to fuck with an author, it'll tip people off.
They've got the dead man switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be down to read. Oh, I knew this girl in, I don't know, I met this girl in college that told me she wanted to be in the CIA.
Nice.
I was like, what?
Was she
What was
her major?
I don't know, something dumb, I think. Like English or some bullshit.
She's the one writing propaganda.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That
That's
propaganda.
good. Yeah. I don't think she made it, but maybe she did.
Yeah. She's the one that's posting on the CIA Instagram.
That's hilarious. CIA social media manager.
Yeah. It's so corny. Have you seen it?
No.
It's really funny.
They have an Instagram?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like, they're like, did you know? It's just like the most sanitized, corny post you could think of. It's like, did you know the CIA in 19 whatever did this? And it's just like it just puts them in a good light.
Yeah.
Basically.
That makes sense.
Like, I don't know, the most recent one is talking about the Maldives.
Oh,
Did I
yeah.
say it? Maldives archipelago. I don't even know like what this has to do with the CIA.
Yeah.
It's just basically saying like, it says a sultanate since the 12th century, the Maldives archipelago became a British protectorate in 1887. 3 years after independence in 1965, the islands established themselves as a republic. CIA's World Fact Book is a public resource. So it's just talking about that.
What? What? Okay, they want you to buy their book? Or
I
use
think you
their
just
book?
Go on and
Yeah, it's an
look at it.
online resource.
And they have a picture of like an OSS jacket from the 40s.
That's cool. How do you get into the CIA? Do they have an age limit? Where do you think you go to college to join the CIA?
So apparently, I think it's Yale is like a big recruitment place for the CIA. Like they try to pick people out of there.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, familial ties. You can just like join if you want, like, try out.
Yeah.
Apparently, they torture you.
Whoa.
They send you to the farm. It's called the farm. And
Oh, shit.
They see like if you can't make it, they cut like you're cut from the team.
That could be like a service that they sell. Some people would be into that.
They would.
Yeah.
That fart fetish guy.
Yeah, yeah. He'd be about that. Do you think they do diversity hires?
Oh,
I feel like they've got to, right? They need to be able to interact with everybody.
I feel like there's a post on the Instagram about that.
Really?
I don't know. Probably not now. Not during the Trump administration.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when Biden was president, I'm sure they were
And
talking
then
about that.
Charlie Kirk would complain about it. He was like,
Yeah, it's really funny that they were trying to diversify the military.
Yeah.
Like, we need more black women to kill brown children
yeah,
in
yeah.
the Middle East. It's like, what is this? What are we doing here?
We need more brown on brown. It's a
Yeah.
little too white on brown.
We need more black women blowing Afghani children apart with drones.
I want to see that ad. That would be awesome. That'd be a great ad.
Do you remember I showed you the army ads where it was like two?
Yes,
like a girl,
dude,
two
that
moms?
was so good. Oh my god,
She's
that
like,
was
"I have
so
two
good.
Moms." It's like,
Yes.
what does that have anything to do with army?
Absolutely nothing. I want to know if anybody was convinced.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It'd be funny if someone was convinced just by that. Like, they seem like a really good, diverse.
whoa.
It seemed like they'd be welcoming.
Maybe I can meet a bull dyke in the army.
Yeah, I feel like when I see women, like female army service women, or
Yeah.
whatever you call them, they're not what you would think. You would think it'd be like a bull dyke,
Yeah,
but they're just like normal,
very regular.
just girls that are chilling.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
I mean, that's what they need to get is some dykes.
Yes,
They need to
yes.
they'll be going hard all day.
They'll stay in the military. They ain't going nowhere.
They'll kick in
They're
some
like,
doors.
I love the military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's like I feel like there's like army bars, or like military bars. Do you think there's like just for women, just the girls?
Yeah. Titty bar.
Yeah.
A literal titty bar.
Yeah, yeah. Tits only.
You have to show your tits to get in.
Yeah.
Instead of an ID.
They need an American flag tattoo to be able to enter. That's how they know. Or there's like a barcode.
Man, I had a couple other things that were just completely unrelated. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Let's do it.
I mean, okay, this one's not related, but kind of, and I guess politically. So, you know Lindsey Graham, right?
Oh yeah.
The Southern South Carolina senator.
Yeah.
I think he's a senator. So, let me find it. Hold on.
Dude, I know that under chin be flapping in the wind when you be talking.
That chin pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was a post, or I guess it was an article that was written. It's on X. What the fuck? Okay, so this is the title. Lindsey Graham hired me as an escort.
Well,
by Philip Huang.
Nice.
It says, in November of 2013, Lindsey Graham hired me as an escort. We met at the Westmore Hotel in Baltimore. I did not know, of course, that it was Senator Graham. He used the name Brad in his texts until I opened the door. If I was surprised, I didn't show it. I excused myself and went in the bathroom where I Googled his image just to be sure. Yep, it's Senator Graham, all right.
Oh, no.
When I came out of the bathroom, he was on the bed naked on all fours. I noted that there were dark marks around his anus.
Well,
I asked if he had showered. He said yes. I asked if it was okay if I wiped him down. He said sure. I wet a face towel and wiped between his buttocks, but nothing was coming off. Then I realized that his taint wasn't dirty. It was just full of moles.
What?
Capitalized. Full of moles. Dark moles and dense clusters up and down the length of his taint. Oh, he said... Oh, hold on. I get in character.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he said. Hope you don't mind. Those are just my little ladybugs.
That's so good.
And then he says, I ran out of Now you know what I see in my mind anytime he comes up in the news. Any escort he's hired should be able to verify this. Thank you for listening.
Wow. I need a
remembered
commenter.
that recently, and I had to share that with
Oh,
you.
that's so good. That's so good. Man, we need people confirming that information. Come on now.
Yeah.
I know he's got a doctor.
We need
Somebody's
someone
seen
to
that
get
junk.
on.
Yeah.
We need to find one of his escorts and have him on.
If you were his doctor and you happened to read that story, I couldn't not tell anybody. I'd be like, yo, I read the story and I did see that.
Yeah.
You know,
I
would be telling somebody, at least my coworkers.
Yeah. Family members, friends.
Yeah.
Tell somebody. I'd be like, yeah, he does have a lot of mold.
It's true. I've seen them.
His gooch is fucked up.
There's just clusters of them, just on top of each other. That's pretty dope. LG, life's good.
LG, my man LG. Israel. That's how he pronounces Israel.
I like
really
that.
Funny. He's like, we need to help Israel.
So them foreign words, tough.
He also said that we need to help Ukraine because they have minerals.
Yeah. I feel like Trump says that. We made a great deal with Ukraine.
He's like, they have a lot of good mineral or rare earth materials.
We don't have that. Show me that. You ain't got none of that.
They have resources. We need them.
I'm encouraged by that. Like that gets me jacked up. That Southern, you know.
It's like a dainty Southern.
Yeah.
It's like high pitched a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are just my ladybugs.
That's good. I feel like that might be a Georgia kind of Southern. Yeah.
He's South Carolina, but maybe he was born in Georgia.
Yeah, that makes sense too. They're close. We should try and listen to all of the Southern accents and try and place where they're from.
Yeah. So we were downtown for Halloween.
Oh yeah.
And I was dressed as the Pope. And we walked into a bar, we walked out into the back patio, and I was sequestered by a woman in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
One of the twins from
Oh my God.
The Shining. I'm pretty sure it was that.
No, I think you're spot on. Yeah.
And it was funny because there was two of them.
Yeah.
There was two women in wheelchairs that were dressed as the twins in The Shining. And she came up to me and she was like, I can't even remember what she said. She was kind of almost hostile, but like not.
Yeah.
It wasn't like.
Oh, I'd say she was aggressive.
She was aggressive, but she was drunk, and that's why.
Yeah.
I hold no ill will towards her, but she was a little aggressive, and she was. I can't remember what she was saying, but
it was really funny. I can't remember either though.
And I don't think I've ever seen a paraplegic. I've never seen a para drunk.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is that considered drunk driving?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Because isn't riding a bike drunk? Isn't that considered
Oh yeah.
drunk driving?
Yeah.
At least like is it like a scooter? Is a scooter considered drunk driving?
I'd say so. Because I think a bike definitely is, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say a scooter is.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I said, ma'am, somebody else is going to have to push that wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We should have checked. We should have asked a cop. We should have told on him.
Yeah. Gotta keep the streets clean.
You know, come on.
This.
You can't
Just
have
run
that
someone over.
out in the street. Yeah. You really nail a toe with that thing. I'm in sandals.
Didn't she say she was evil or something? Because wasn't she like, oh, you're the Pope? I'm like a saint. I can't remember what she said. Like I'm
either.
evil or like I'm Satan.
We need to start writing it down. Yeah, she was really funny. She was letting it all hang out. I feel like she was roasting. She was doing some roasts. She was riffing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to find her and get her drunk again.
Yeah. She rolled up to me really aggressively.
She really did. She said she zoomed.
She kicked it into overdrive.
Oh, she did. She said turbo. The Pope's here? I need to get on. He said that'd be funny. I have a question. I need your help with something. Like, can you miracle me real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna say I should have been like, I should have threw the holy water on her and be like, now walk.
Yeah.
In the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
What if she did?
That would have been, dude, you've got a new career.
Yeah, she was cool. There's also that girl when we were walking out of the convenience store.
Yeah.
That just berated me.
What did she say?
I can't even remember. She was like, do you remember when we walked in and she was coming out with her friend?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're the Pope?
Yeah.
And then she said something else. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what are you doing out here?
I'm just straight chilling.
Yeah.
Me and Tony are straight chilling. We're going to the convenience store to get Zins.
Yeah, come on.
And yeah, she was very drunk.
Yeah.
She was just berating me for wearing a Pope costume.
You offered to sprinkle some holy water and she was like repulsed.
Yeah.
She was like,
yeah.
Like, yeah. That's how you know. It would have like sizzled against her skin.
And then some guys came out after. I don't know if they were with her or not, but they were like, he rolled his eyes at me. He was like, I was like, I know, brother.
Yeah, that's about to be a long night.
Yeah.
That's about to be a long night. Don't want to be there the next day. That's not what you want to be doing.
Nope.
Dude. Yeah. Did Kevin tell you about the ChatGPT girl?
Yeah.
That was funny too.
Yeah.
This girl was dressed, she just had a white shirt and like the Chat GPT logo. And Kevin was like, I like your outfit. And she's like, I'm Chat GPT.
Yeah. He said she was really drunk.
Really drunk. And then he was like, oh, cool. Like, well, can people like ask you questions or something? And she's like, what do you want to know?
How drunk are you?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to get another drink. And then he was like, and then she was like, her friend was like, ChatGPT, should I get another drink? And she's like, yeah. What a hilarious interaction.
Yeah.
That is a good costume idea, though. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the moment. It's better than Claude.
It's Claude, one of the shitty ones.
Yeah.
Someone should go as like you remember the old Google chat bot? I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, I feel like somebody was telling us a story about this recently. I'm remembering the Facebook chat bot. Because isn't that where John Pork came from or something?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
There was one chat bot like in the 2010s, and it was a Google chat bot, and it was very primitive. It'd be funny to go with that and just give people
that'd be good.
Very just like short answers.
Yeah, that would be good. Proto chat bot, that would be good. Yeah, I'm trying to think if we saw any other good costumes. Saw a giant chicken suit.
Yeah,
that was good. Man, I don't know. It was too long ago now. Now I don't remember it at all. It wasn't even that long ago. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Damn, was that only 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
It's crazy.
It feels like it was a month ago.
I know, dude.
Dude, maybe it's those Nordics.
It's the Nordics,
They're messing
dude.
with the time stream.
They're warping our time. They're warping that shit.
Maybe I should go as a Nordic next Halloween.
That's good.
Just be like, if someone asked me what I am, be like, I'm a time-traveling Nazi breakaway civilization.
Yes. You might remember me from 9/11.
You might remember me from the hit classic
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
9/11.
Maybe you've heard of it. I don't know. We did that. That reminds me, I was explaining to this Japanese bartender, like, I was like, Pepsi, you know Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Yeah. He's like, oh, my son like a Pepsi. And I was like, Michael Jordan? He's like, oh.
Black person.
He was nice, dude.
It sounds like a bro.
Yeah.
Sounds like the homie.
He was wild, dude. He was telling us that he was like in the 90s or early 2000s, he went to the States and he was in Canada collecting retro US clothes.
Whoa. Wait, in the 90s?
Or maybe it was 90s or 2000s. He was trying to get clothes from like the 80s and 70s, I think.
So he went just for that?
He went just for that, I guess.
Does he have a business or is he just...
I don't know. The other people I was at the bar with were kind of like... They kept talking about their own stories, which was fun. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get more information on that, which I would have liked to get. Mm-hmm. Because what the fuck? That's a wild reason to have come to Canada. Mm-hmm. It's like, 12 to 16 hour plane ride.
How did he start talking to you, or did you say something?
He was pretty friendly. He was talking to us a little bit.
Was he like, are you American? Like, is he trying to figure out which language you speak?
He knew. He absolutely knew. There was one point that we were talking about the opium crisis, and he was like, ooh. Like, it was like, I'm gonna go to the other side.
I have no dog in this fight.
Yeah, he was kind of like that, but he still listened. He didn't actually go to the other side of the room, but he was definitely listening to what we were saying. It was pretty funny. He spoke pretty good English. Damn,
you should if you ever talk to a Japanese person again, and mention Unit 731. See what they say. Do you know what that is?
Is that the one where they were like experimenting on people and shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that they just deny. They're like, we did not do that.
Absolutely not. But there's a bunch of research that they collected from that other people have used, right?
Yeah. So apparently, they say that barely any, if at all, any of the research, barely any, or so fuck. I'm gonna restart.
Yeah.
So either barely any or none of the research has helped at all. So basically, they say that they pardon a bunch of the guys that did that, so they could have the info.
Oh, that's right.
And but they say that they didn't get any, good info out of it. I feel like they kind of did, because they showed like how humans, what happens when they're like super hypothermic.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff was just like cruel,
yeah,
just horrid, unimaginable cruelty. Like they would just inject people with salt water just to see.
Yeah.
I feel like at least some of it like helped. Not that it should have happened.
Yeah.
Just it seems like they gained something, even if it's very little from it.
Yeah.
But most of it just seemed like it was just they were just being dickheads, like just being cruel for no reason.
I think the lesson in that is if you are committing atrocities or write that shit down.
They would.
You start timing it, whatever it is.
You're saying they should do that?
Oh, I'm saying like if you're like torturing people, put some timestamps. Take a good video. You could. There's a way for you to get out of that. Yeah. Out of the ramifications, the repercussions of that.
Yeah. Yeah, they would
make a good spreadsheet.
Good Excel.
Yeah.
Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Apparently, they would inject prisoners with STDs and then make them rape other prisoners.
Oh, that's right. I do remember reading that.
How do you even think about doing that?
Dude, only in Japan.
Like, they're fucking insane.
Only the Japanese would be able to do something like that.
That's like something that's nightmarish. Like,
yeah.
That's the most cruel thing that you could think of.
Dude. Yeah, the Japanese people were thinking of like the other people as subhuman also. It totally makes sense that they could align with Hitler in that way.
Yeah, it was all like Korean prisoners, Chinese, and there were some Americans that died that they were experimenting, like prisoners of war.
Oh, I believe it. I was reading something about, I guess everybody knows this, but they were talking about how like the Japanese people like fought until like they were killed. They were not surrendering.
Yeah.
They were talking about them having like a 99 to 95% casualty rate.
Yeah, they were getting fucked up.
That's insane, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, because once they were losing in a battle, they would just be like, all right, run out there.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
And they would do it.
Dude.
Dude, I would figure out a way to just be like, I would just go really slowly.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like slowly walk back.
Yeah.
But I guess the officers probably stayed.
Yeah.
At least for until all the other ones died, and then they run out. But
yeah,
I'd
right.
be like, dude, I'm killing the officer.
Yeah.
I'm surrendering. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm not running out there.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
In World War I, the British would just have. Everyone did it, but they would just charge no man's land. So they would get out of the trench and just run to the other trench.
Dude.
And they would just get destroyed.
Yeah,
and it's like,
sure.
What the fuck? Like, how do you? I don't know. I would like. I would have to like shoot myself in the foot.
Yeah.
Or do something, because I'm not doing that.
No.
That's like, horrible. Especially in World War I, just all that, the whole war for no reason.
Yeah.
It was literally just land.
Yeah.
And well, there's some implications.
Yeah.
But
that has to be the worst war to fight in, right?
Pretty much, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're like defending your country, then that's like a just, I guess like worth dying for. But if you're just in like a foreign land and you're just in a trench and then they're like, all right, run out there and die. It's like, dude, no, fuck you. I'm not doing
absolutely
that.
not. Yeah.
I don't think that's cowardly at all.
Nah.
Like if dudes deserted, then I'd be like, dude, yeah, you're good.
Feel you on that one, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit neither.
But I don't know. It's World War I was crazy. Trench foot.
Yeah.
Just dysentery. They would just be shitting to death.
Yeah. Dude.
Or they would get bayoneted. Just stabbed. Or
I would guess like it would suck to be in a castle and be getting starved. That would also suck.
Yeah.
Also be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Eating people probably at some point after the rats are gone.
I was watching the Rome TV series. Have you seen that?
I haven't.
It's HBO.
Is it good?
Dude, holy shit. It's so good.
Hell
and it's
yeah.
one of the horniest shows I've ever seen. Even more than Game of Thrones.
Oh, dude.
There's at least two, like on average, at least 2 sex scenes every episode. And sometimes there's more.
Very HBO.
Like there's a sex scene every episode.
That's
there's
awesome.
Tits. There's like there's some scenes where it looks like porn. Like it's so they're pretty much showing everything except penetration.
Do you think this is like early 2010s kind of when this came out?
It's 2005. It's 2005.
Okay.
It
Oh, wow.
only has 2 seasons. 2005, 2007.
That's prime time for horny HBO, I feel like.
Yeah. Because I guess maybe like internet porn wasn't super big still.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, they had to kind of...
Yeah, you're on your parents' computer at that point. You
Yeah.
know, you don't, unless you've got a sweet DVD.
Yeah. I mean, you could just jerk off to that. It's that graphic. Like, it's crazy. And, but whenever you said the cat, like starving in a castle, it just reminded me of that. Because it's so brutal. Like,
Dude.
the warfare and, like, just the shit that they would do. I don't know, just crazy shit. Like, just imagine being a Roman soldier and imagine being the front line. Like, when they, like, 2 armies back then, they would just clash.
Yeah.
Imagine being the first guy, like, or, in the line, the front line.
Yeah.
You're one of the first guys to get some action. That's insane.
You're not making it.
That'd be so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're not getting out of there.
No.
You know what you signed up for on that. Oh, well, many of them probably did not sign up.
Yeah.
They were, voluntold.
Yeah. I mean, it's terrifying. Just like you're facing a whole army and you're just getting stabbed, just skewered, and you're not like even a cut could fuck you up.
Oh yeah,
It's infected.
Good point.
Fucked.
Yeah.
You get gangrene.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Unless they cut your leg off or your arm or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you have it on your body, like you're fucked.
You're bound. Man, at least you get out. You're dead pretty quick in those situations. That part is better than the World War I.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Would you rather be shot or stabbed?
I'd say shot, just because I feel like I could. I don't know.
It feels like it'd be less painful.
Yeah.
Because you get stabbed in the gut.
Yeah.
It's so like you're like.
That's
and
bad.
they were doing that. They were doing that World War I too. Bayonets.
Yeah.
Just getting skewered.
Ugh. Getting Gatling gunned.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good show. Highly recommend it.
Oh, you gotta watch this show. Sydney and I started watching it. It's Florida Man.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I know.
It's
what
good.
It is.
It's good. You'll enjoy it. It's like little vignettes of people from Florida.
Oh, so it's like there's not like one main character. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. The second episode was really good.
Mm-hmm.
First episode also good, but
Nice.
yeah.
There is one scene in the Rome show where one of the characters she starts breastfeeding her child, and of course like she just pops a tit out.
Classic.
And, like it doesn't obscure it at all. It's just straight tit. And she says something like, are you hungry, my little piglet? And I was just like, me.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. Do you think they put on a fake boob for that?
It's a good question. Because I'm pretty sure it looked like the baby was latching on.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a fake tit. Maybe it's like a stand-in.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Do they have pregnant women on standby?
That's a good question.
That's awesome. Oh, man, that would be such a fun... Would that be fun? It would just be an interesting career. Or not, probably not a career. It's probably like a...
Like fake, like...
Task
baby
rabbit.
feeder?
Yeah,
what would
yeah.
you even call that?
I don't know.
Fake wet nurse?
Yeah. I guess you probably have to look a little bit like the person. That would be hard.
Yeah. Maybe they just pop the tit out.
Maybe they just pop a little TT. Yeah, you're probably right.
They're not going to get anything.
Yeah,
unless they're lactating, but...
You're right.
For the scene.
I heard something about, like, James Franco telling... like, he did some acting class, and he's like, ladies, if they offer you to get naked, you do it. He was saying because they give you more money. I believe that.
Yeah.
He just said, get them titties out.
Pop them out.
He said, it's Hollywood, baby.
It's showbiz, baby.
It's showbiz, baby.